Hello, my name is Roxanne Williams Downer, and I will be doing my presentation on personal and social ethics, which is also my reflection. I will be providing you with a lot of information that is well needed and what I have learned throughout the course of this class. The first slide will be an explanation or definition of what Christian ethics are. Christian ethics are teaching that govern the life of a believer. They provide guidelines in how a Christian should behave and conduct themselves in a manner that exemplify Christ. Author of Moral Choice, Scott Ray, helped give a wonderful definition of what Christian ethics are. He stated that Christian ethics are a valuable set of moral guidelines. It is a blend of both virtue and principles. The next slide we'll present to you is a biblical passage of that support my definition of what Christian ethics are. In everything, therefore, treat people the same way you want them to treat you, for this is the law and prophet, according to Matthew 7, verse 12, NIV version. Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellency, and if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things. Philippians 4, verse 8. Joshua 24:14 stated, Now therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and truth. The next slide will be an explanation of the biblical text that I've just presented. According to Matthew 7, verse 12, we are supposed to treat others with respect and love. Whatever we don't like for ourselves, we should not do it to others. Paul in Philippians 4:8 is exhorting us to maintain a proper Christian life by the way we conduct ourselves and the characteristic we demonstrate in all situations. Joshua reminds us that we should fear the Lord, which is to reverence him with a clean and pure heart. We must give our all to him and put away behavior that are not pleasing to him. In the next slide, I will be presenting to you ethical issues that I gain insight on. The first is making ethical decision in business ethics. The second is sexual ethics, and the third is environmental ethics. I will be also providing with you the explanation of these ethical issues that I've provided. Making ethical decision in business is abiding to a set of principles that help govern an individual action in making ethical choices in a company that will provide a fair playing ground to all competitors. Sexual ethics refer to ethical issues that are raised by a variety of sexual relationship and arrangement both inside and outside of marriage. The third is environmental ethic. It is the discipline in philosophy that study the moral relationship of human being and also the value and moral status of the environment and its non-environmental context. The next slide that I will be presenting to you is a case study. It's a real story of me and my sister. My sister got pregnant at the age of 16. We were staying with relatives that treated us really bad. So my sister decided to abort the baby because it was the only way. She didn't want the baby to suffer the way in which we suffered. We had a long discussion about the abortion, the advantage and the disadvantage. In her eyes, the good outweighed the bad. At least the baby wouldn't have to suffer. But when I thought about the procedures and how this innocent baby would die, I had to try my best to talk her out of it. I told her abortion was wrong on so many levels. First, in the eyes of God, because taking a life is murder. Secondly, you may not live to have another child and the physical and mental effect it will have on your body. Thirdly, who knows if this will be the only child you will ever have? I explained to her that the quick fix that we make in life will always come back to harm us. I researched familiar situation like hers and showed her this was not the best way. In the end, my sister kept the baby and I had the chance to celebrate my niece's life every day. The next slide is facts that support my case study. The American Psychiatric Association has identified abortion as one of the stressor events that can trigger post-traumatic stress disorder. The death of a child is one of the biggest stress point a person can experience, especially at the hands of a parent. The second one is many women dealing with the effect of abortion spend a great deal of emotional energy denying the death and denying that what they did was wrong. Thou shalt not slay the child by procuring abortion, nor again shalt thou destroy it after it is born. And this was a letter from of Barnabas 19 from 74 AD. You shall not procure abortion, nor destroy a new child. The next slide that I will be presenting to you is a list of undecided ethical issue. One of the undecisive unethical issue that I have was reproductive technology, and it is the use of technology to solve infertility. I became vague about this topic because of the different methods provide that seem unethical. Although it provides help to many families who cannot have children, I still view some of the methods as unorthodox. This technology offers many different options that best fit the family needs, such as virtual fertilization. In this procedure, women receive hormonal stimulation to release egg, and husband's sperm is obtained through abortion. Secondly, genetic surrogate or another method, and in this method the woman is inseminated with the sperm of the couple's husband, who has contracted her using the egg from the surrogate. In this method, the surrogate has a genetic bond with the child. The third undecisive ethical issue that I have was donor insemination. Is another reproductive technology in which the sperm of a donor is inseminated into a woman. The woman has the preference to choose the dad based on skin color, educational background, etc. Gestational surrogacy. In this method, there is no genetic bond between the child. The sperm and the eggs are provided by the couple who is contracting the surrogate. These are some of the many reproductive technologies that are made available to couples who need help conceiving. This next slide will be providing information on my undecisive topic. I became undecisive about this topic because it provides so much help to many couples who need and wanted a family of their own. But the methods they use are out of the will of God. I can't stop to imagine how something so good can feel so wrong. I believe it's because of the use of mankind's own intervention. In my eyes, it seems as if we're playing God. Secondly, if I could get a clear understanding on God's take on this topic, then maybe I wouldn't have such a hard time with it. It's just amazing how trying to help a person conceive can be wrong when the method used is not in alignment to the Word of God. If the motive behind the technology is right, why would it be wrong? Why would it be wrong if I decide to help a family member or friend out using one of these methods? Aren't we called to help? Or is there limits and boundaries we should not cross? If my questions can be answered with a sound doctrine, then I will not be undecisive. This next presentation is on my final thought. This class has opened my eyes on topic that I was not familiar with and provided me with knowledge and the concept that I need to make the right decision, right choice. I have learned that ethics play a vital role in our lives and in our society every day. The way in which we approach life obstacles will determine the outcome, whether good or bad. Each decision that we need to make should be properly thought out so that we will not operate in a manner that is not pleasing to God and provide a good example in society. I also learned that we all view ethics differently. What may seem to be a problem does not necessarily is a problem to someone else. If ethics are not viewed on a Christian worldview, how do you approach an unethical society who disregard right and wrong? The final slide in this presentation is my references. As you see, I hope this presentation was very informative and you have gained some insight on my final reflection of what I have learned in personal and social ethics. Thank you.